Folks, I hope this video finds you all doing well. Glad to be with you all for another broadcast here. Wanted to just talk a minute to leaders here, leaders of nonprofits, leaders of organizations who are doing great social work, and our company, our team, we support leaders who are engaged in this work. We believe in the work that you do. We believe your work is essential to your community, and we support that, right? So this is to leaders. Now, one of the things that I want to encourage you to think about is your leadership is so essential to the success of your organization. It is kind of that unwritten, sometimes unquantifiable thing that is so vital to the long-term healthy organization leadership, the ability to influence others to achieve a singular goal. And some of the challenges that you may be facing in your organization may be directly connected to the lack of leadership, the lack of influence, the lack of knowing what to do or how to influence or how to encourage your team to move in a specific and in a particular direction. The absence of your leadership has significant outcomes on the financial success of your organization, as well as its performative elements as well, how you're performing against the KPIs that you have set or has been set by the organization or by your funders. And leadership is something that we cannot avoid in our organizations. It's something that we just can't skirt by assuming that it'll work itself out. It won't, right? There has to be an intentional approach to leading. So you got to study leadership. You got to study those who lead well. You have to study those who influence well, whether it's folks in your industry, folks in other industries, folks who are competitors, folks who you admire, folks who you know are really good, but you just don't get along with them. You got to study the full gamut of leaders to see how they're handling things, how they're navigating things, how they process things. It makes a difference and it goes a long way in your ability to successfully lead and influence your team. Hey folks, I just wanted to step in real quick in the middle of this video to tell you thank you for watching this video, but also to encourage you to download your copy of my latest book, Built to Fund. This book was designed for you, as you see here on the cover. It's for the fundable nonprofit. It's a strategic workbook for helping you to raise money, build capacity, and sustain impact. Now, if you're in that stage of your organization where you're looking to sustain impact and have the results you're looking for, this book is for you. You can download your copy of the book by clicking the link below. Again, download your copy of my latest book, Built to Fund. With that being said, let's get back to the show. The next thing I want to encourage you to think about too is, and this is part of your leadership, right? How you identify the right talent to put in the right spaces and places within your organization. You can't do this work alone. You are a part of an entity, a team that is put together. You've likely put this team together to accomplish a thing. And remember, going back to what leadership is, it's influencing a group of people to accomplish and achieve a goal. If you are not able to influence somebody due to circumstances that are in or out of your control, you got to think about who do we have on the team, who should get on and off the team. In the book Good to Great, Jim Collins talks about the idea of getting the right people on the bus, and sometimes where appropriate, where necessary, getting the wrong people off the bus, because we are going in a particular direction. We're going towards a destination. We're focused on a vision that we have for our organization, and we are inviting all invested parties, stakeholders, team members, staff members, funders to join the journey. And if on this bus you don't have the right team members, I'm talking about your staff now, who is supporting what you do, who is behind what you do, who is invested in what you do, who's bringing all their gifts, their talents, their relationships, their resources to the work, it is going to be a very difficult, uncomfortable, bumpy, annoying ride until you exit that person off the bus, transition them off, and make their seat on the bus available to the next person who has a ticket and who wants to have that ticket. Can't stress enough the importance, the value of having a person on the team who wants to be there. And wanting to be there is not just simply saying, I want to be there, right? It's the whole presentation. I show I want to be there by the work that I do, by my engagement, by my investment, by my support of the vision that you as my CEO has, etc. So we got to have the right people on the bus. My next point kind of spills into this other point as well, and that is, and this goes back to the team piece, because there's the team piece at the senior level, but there's also the team piece on the frontline level with your operations team, your team who is responsible for implementing this good work. When you notice that even on the front line, the folks you have are not invested or not doing good work, you got to be thoughtful about identifying that quickly so you're not wasting resources and time, but also taking the opportunity to say, if you are not where we need you to be, one, are you willing to be developed, coached, and trained in this direction? Number two, if that's not of interest to you, how can we make your services available to the open market? Because we don't want to stand in your way of achieving whatever goals that you have. And we don't want you to take up a seat. We don't want you to stand in the way of somebody else who can come in and help us accomplish the vision that we have, right? So there's this ongoing song and dance, this ongoing process, this ongoing conversation that you got to have with yourself as a leader and those that advise you regarding the ongoing evaluation of talent. Because as CEO, you're responsible for curating culture, you're responsible for sales, generating revenue constantly, and you're responsible for making sure the company has the right resources in place to accomplish the goals that it has set out to accomplish. If you're not laser focused on those things, it's going to lead to tension, constant tension that that you're wrestling with in the culture within the organization, and it will lead to you constantly putting out fires and constantly navigating little petty squabbles here, having unnecessarily long conversations there. Those little things add up, right? And it takes away from your ability to be the CEO, the vision casting individual, the one who sets the tone, the one who has the vision for the organization that will cause the organization to not only propel forward, but to become and remain sustainable. Hey folks, I just wanted to step in real quick in the middle of this video to tell you thank you for watching this video, but also to encourage you to download your copy of my latest book, Built to Fund. This book was designed for you, as you see here on the cover. It's for the fundable nonprofit. It's a strategic workbook for helping you to raise money, build capacity, and sustain impact. Now, if you're in that stage of your organization where you're looking to sustain impact and have the results you're looking for, this book is for you. You can download your copy of the book by clicking the link below. Again, download your copy of my latest book, Built to Fund. With that being said, let's get back to the show. Managing your team dynamics is key. Managing your people, taking care of them is key. Understanding the dynamics of what's happening and what's going on, it matters. Last thing I want you to think about too, as you look to strengthen your leadership, is to understand that sometimes you can be your own worst critic, and there has to be an awareness on your part of how things are truly progressing. I was talking to some up and coming emerging leaders who are leading organizations who have an idea of what their goals are, what they need to accomplish, but there's nothing written down, there's nothing formally documented to track movement along the standards or the key indicators of success for the organization. So the question is, how do you know that you're performing well, right? Because if you're waiting for the next grant report or grant application to articulate progress, you are losing tons of time and time real estate to measure progress along the way that will lead to making the right tweaks, changes, and adjustments to your organization. This is not about the next application or the next report, because you're living from report to report and application to application. We're talking about good leadership that does include good management. Good management does not always result in good leadership. Good leadership always is inclusive of good management. So how can you cast vision? How can you influence an organization? How can you do all these great things if you don't know how well the organization is performing. It's very problematic. It's very, it creates additional challenges that ultimately bite you at the end. And so it comes down to good leadership. A lot of this also comes down to effective self leadership. It's leading yourself, holding yourself accountable, to do what's right, to do good work, right? To manage well, to look out on the horizon to see what's coming, to position your team to be ready for what's coming, to empower them, to strengthen them, to develop them, to encourage them, to challenge them to be ready. And for those folks who do not do well in your culture, who do not fit well with your vision or with your method of development and leading, release them, right? In the most respectful way possible. Make them available to find the place that fits for them so that you can find the people that fit what you're trying to accomplish. Means a lot. Means a lot. Folks, I hope you found this talk helpful. I hope you find this process helpful. Continue to lead well, continue to study leadership, continue to focus on ongoing growth methods and mechanisms that work for your organization. And my hope is that you continue to do this because your customers, they are looking for you to lead well. They're looking for you to position the organization well so that it can become sustainable and it has the capacity to continue to serve the important needs of your community. It's Dr. William Clark, guys. See you guys next time. Be well. Hey folks, I just wanted to step in real quick in the middle of this video to tell you thank you for watching this video, but also to encourage you to download your copy of my latest book, Built to Fund. This book was designed for you, as you see here on the cover. It's for the fundable nonprofit. It's a strategic workbook for helping you to raise money, build capacity, and sustain impact. Now, if you're in that stage of your organization where you're looking to sustain impact and have the results you're looking for, this book is for you. You can download your copy of the book by clicking the link below. Again, download your copy of my latest book, Built to Fund.